For providing good leadership. We are giving you your flowers, man, for making us so happy. We are giving you your flowers for restoring our dignity. Oh. Thank you, mama. Thank you. Thank you, mama. Thank you. Thank you, mama. For this nation, Liberia. Mama Ellen, thank you. Mama Ellen, thank you. Mama Ellen, thank you. I remember when you took the mom to our leadership in 2006. Everything was apart and the center couldn't even hold. We want to thank you, mama, for putting our pieces back together. Oh, thank you, mama, for giving us sense of direction. Oh, thank you, mama, for restoring our dignity. Oh, thank you, mama, for peace and security. Oh yes, thank you, mama, for bringing back our integrity. How can we let you go? Never say how happy we are. How can we let you go, mama? We're gonna appreciating you. Oh, mama, can we let you go? We're celebrating with you. Mama Ellen, thank you. Mama Ellen, thank you. Mama Ellen, thank you. We cannot name all the good things you have done, but we will try to mention few of them. Thank you for the road from Morovia to Buchanan. Thank you for the road from Kakata to Beaumont. Thank you for the road all the way to Nima County. From Nima County, from Kanda all the way to Guinea border. Thank you, mama. Thank you for the bridges. We want to thank you for providing opportunity within the private sector, mama. Thank you for electricity. Thank you for the hard road. We want to thank you for improvement in the education sector, mama. Community college in most counties in Liberia. Thank you, mama, for the road from Freeport to Raleigh. Oh, thank you, mama, for women and youth empowerment. Mama, thank you for improvement in the health sector. Hey, thank you, mama, for freedom of expression, fighting corruption, and ensuring transparency. So thank you, mama Ellie. Thank you for everything you've done for this country. Can you run and check it up? Be that your mama will bring you. Hey, mama. All right. Mama, thank you for fighting and beating Ebola. Thank you for bringing back our self-pride. Hey, mama. For your selflessness. Oh. For giving hope to the children. And giving voice to the women. Thank you for your sacrifices. We want to thank you as the mother of Africa. The children of Africa just want to say
it's your bonaro that it work out. That on a money wreck out. That it still work out. One on a money black out. Yo yeah before. Yo yeah. That it work out. That on a money wreck out. That it still work out. One on a money black out. We not here for it. We got baby a dream. It's time for us to pull hands together. Move our country forward. Let's stop the haste. Focus on our country. Preaching fake messages. And I go for us. Let us stop the honor money. Yeah. All in Liberia, overseas. You paint your country black. You feel style on social media. You are welcome. No need no blame. Honor money blackout. You gotta stop it. Messages you preaching, you're not doing it to the blackout, you're doing it to the people, the poor people, the people another. Encouraging us to spoil our country needs. We should go and demonstrate. You will be there. Demonstrating, yeah. Let me ask you where out. When we spoil our country, who will help us fix it? They say no, no, where can say no, no. When you bring out a hand, who will help us settle it? They say no, no, where can say no, no. Taking shock out of gain power. We not yet for that kind of flower. Where can get black out the chance?
We are one. We are one.
Get president, we are the chance.
We are one. We are one.
Can't you see? He's very rose.
We are one. We are one.
He's building hospital for all of us.
We are one. We are one.
Take a look at the estates he's building.
We are one. We are one.
Say nothing, we get new military hospital.
We are one. We are one.
Say nothing, we just see new market.
We are one. We are one.
Build new head office for the free poor of Morovia.
We are one. We are one.
Send our doctors and students abroad for the fun study.
We are one. We are one.
Provide scholarship for LU and pay one fee.
We are one. We are one.
So what thing you must do in 2 years to please you work out? And I get out to see. You say we should go and demonstrate. You will be there. Demonstrate, yeah. Let me ask you where out. When we spoil our country, who will help us face it? They say no, no, where can say no, no. When you bring out a hand, who will help us settle it? They say no, no, where can say no, no. Taking shock out of gain power. We not yet for that kind of flower. Where can we get black out?
My people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up from your slumber, stop sleeping. Whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your. Come on, come on, come on. I know you're sleeping now. You gotta whip us some more, yeah? Okay, let's go.
The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. So much. I said they lie.
The people fool us, so the people lie to us. The government betray us.
They can lie, they can steal, they will not go.
I said we tired with their lies. We tired with their promises that led us to all our damages. We tired with their speech they preach indeed, and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrate us. So why can you lie? Why can you steal? Why can you allow the citizens to grieve? You see, we just tell you that's why we voted you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask.
They lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. So much. I said they lie.
The people fool us, so the people lie to us. The government betray us.
They can
As in process, the masses of the people are dying for curable diseases. 5 years along the line, they are reducing the budget of the health sector. In this year's budgetary appropriation, the health sector has received reduction of budgetary appropriation. The masses of the people are neglected and are abandoned. 5 years along the line, the education sector is in status. 5 years along the line, the University of Liberia is in feculence. 5 years along the line, Federal Liberia. 5 years along the line, the 19,736 employees of the education sector of the Republic are subjected to 92 million, while the finance ministry of 920 staffers have experienced astronomical budgetary increment from 60 million to 152 million.
Yo! 5 years government has failed us. Yo! Say enough is enough. Yo!
Wait. 5 years along the line, more than 16,000 students at the University of Liberia, 1,759 employees at the University of Liberia continue to be subjected to 17 million. While the President of the Republic of Liberia, a single individual budget is increasing from 2 million to 5 million. 5 years along the line, there is nothing called happiness in the Republic of Liberia.
Of the state. Yo!
5 years along the line, the legacy is corruption. If it is not 16 billion, it is 25 million. If it is not 25 million, it's the abuse of the 24.8 million intended for the national reform. And we are disappointed in the national legislature that they can come here and conspire against the Liberian people to backdate an agreement, while the element Minister Tue was caught in the GSC report, but the elements here do not have the balls to bring that monster criminal to tax and subject him beyond the rusty bar. So 5 years along the line, we have come to inform the Liberian people, we have come to inform the national legislature that on July 26th, the Student Unification Party will boycott the July 26th and organize the masses of the Liberian people in the street to protest in demand of structural repair in their conditions and in demand of fixing the country, because the country is not at the service of the Liberian people. In this life, fellow Liberians and fellow students, we will turn over to the Secretary General of the Student Unification Party. We will present the Chairman of the Student Unification Party. To present the petition of the Student Unification Party. We will legitimize the position of the Student Unification Party. Because we are about to take the message of the people. Mana! Viva! Social justice academic freedom. Viva! Where do? Comrades and friends, fellow Liberians, members of the Liberian Senate, fellow press men and women, from the inner sanctum of the Student Unification Party, we convey to you our fraternal greetings. And today we've come not just to demonstrate our dismay, not just to demonstrate our disappointment in the way the affairs of the Liberian society have been run for the last 5 years under the We Are stewardship, but we've come to say to the legislature as well that giving responsibility by the mass of the Liberian people to come here and to represent them means that you have to work in the best interest of the people by performing laws and policies that will improve their well-being or their welfare. But the last 5 years have been different. So a few days ago, by member of the 31st Central Committee and Politburo of the Student Unification Party, the chairman of the Student Unification Party gave a position statement on the issue of independence celebration this year. And we are very emphatic and unequivocal. There is nothing worth celebration or nothing worth to be celebrated this year independence. And there's not just the first time of the Student Unification Party for those of you who want to ask. 2018, we boycotted independence celebration because the president refused to declare his asset. And here we are again. 5 years down the line, the hallmark of governance in the society is corruption. Mendacity and plundering of the state resources at the disadvantage of the mass of the Liberian people who suffer the hell for poverty in this country.
So it is against the backdrop that we've come here today to decisively address the issue of corruption precisely at Legends. A few weeks ago, the AICC submitted a final report of the investigation of corruption saga at Legends, the Ministry of Agriculture, Water and Sewer, and the list go on. But it was amazing to note that since then, the president of this country was heard on a local radio decisively defending corruption. And the Minister of Justice or the Ministry of Justice has done nothing to prosecute those who are being indicted by the AICC. So today we've come as part of our campaign launch a few days ago to face this country. Facing this country is facing a legislature that will do the business of the Liberian people. Facing this country means you have to deal decisively with the issue of corruption and bad governance. Well, 5 years down the line, State Department report on this country has been very wrong and it has been tragic. The issue of human rights, corruption, rule of law, everything, Liberia is lagging behind. Liberia is lagging behind. So as an institution bestowed with the spirit to struggle for the dignity of our people by history, we are here today to give a position statement on the corruption saga at Legends. Professor Francis Ray is Lieutenant General or Director General in Wema Smith and that of Lawrence George. They were caught in a cobweb of corruption and nothing is being done. So we've come to implore the Liberian Senate that you have to pressure the Ministry of Justice to ensure that these people account for everything they've done against the interests of the society. So at this point, before we usher in the chairman, you must understand that on the 26th, we are clear with this message that we'll boycott independence and we'll be having a mass protest rally. We've talked to the security apparatus precisely the Ministry of Justice and showing us security. They are here to say anything. It is our constitutional right inscribed in Article 1, Article 15, and Article 17 of the Constitution of this society. And as part of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, we've got right to assembly, expression, and freedom of speech. Freedom of speech, comics. So today we've come here to let you know that on the 26th, peacefully, the Student Unification Party, under the able leadership of Chairman Mustafa Kane, will commandeer the people of Liberia into action. Oh yes, this regime promised that they will have brought people to justice, implementation of the TRC report. 5 years down the line, they are supporting those who committed heinous atrocities against the masses of the Liberian people. Those who plunder the state resources, those who kill our people in the society must not be seen as people who can commit wrong against our people and can go scot-free. So this government needs to implement the issue of World Economic Crimes Court in the society. So at this point, we just wanted you to know that on the 26th, the Student Unification Party will be in a protest endeavor. And that if anything is to go wrong, the Liberian state under the stewardship of Georgia is to be held responsible.
Yo, face the country, face yo.
You cannot.
iyo, siyelele mama, uphelele, musukuku, nomama kanyana, uphelele sisilukuthi, usebenzeni sitha, uphelele idlozi livukile, masibuyele emakhaya, uphelele iyo. Mama, uphelele. Uphelele. Abathotine sipipisi yakhathaza, uphelele buhlungu madoda lendaba yase-Afrika, uphelele iyo, siyelele mama, uphelele iyo, iyo, siyelele mama, uphelele iyo. Mama, uphelele iyo, siyelele mama, uphelele iyo, siyelele mama, uphelele. Siyalila sitshaba, dikgomo di fedile, uphelele. Fedile libo papa, ba tshwaretswe dipasa, uphelele. Setimela se batsele, Afeleti Johane, uphelele, basimani basitana, bajabile Soweto, uphelele, masiyali basan, asethi bali bamwe, uphelele, tanglibane, matata Afrika, uphelele iyo, siyelele mama, uphelele iyo. Mama, uphelele iyo, siyelele mama, uphelele iyo, siyelele mama, uphelele, musukuku, nomama kanyana, uphelele sisilukuthi, usebenzeni sitha, uphelele idlozi livukile, masibuyele emakhaya, uphelele iyo, siyelele mama, uphelele. Amadoda aphelile, uphelele. Luphelile, uphelele, abathotine sipipisi yakhathaza, uphelele buhlungu madoda lendaba yase-Afrika, uphelele.
Good morning, wherever you are. I want to welcome you to the magnificent Abraka Talk Show. Here we bring you the truth. We don't intend to know it all. We are the sons and daughters of the better Budgetary. Francis, good morning.
Good morning, my friend and brother from another mama. Ibi, how you doing today?
Yeah, I must be thankful to God that I'm alive. When I watch the clip, when I watch the identical clip that just come from playing, it remind me that Liberia.
32 years ago.
Yeah. It remind me that Liberians that we have not learned sufficiently. It remind me of Samido. It remind me of that. But let us. So how? Let me give the pendulum to you so you can be able to see your own.
Ibi, God is good, first and foremost. And I know He's going to continue to be good. And I'm very sure not just me, but many Liberians, we will continue to do what we do every single day to make Liberia a better place, and so that not for us, but for our unborn generation. Enough is enough. And if you think you are in your closet, those of you who have refused consistently to change your mindset that we can make no impact because we don't live in Liberia, you are mistaken. The last 24 hours, our advocacies, all of us, advocacies, has pushed and forced the government to do what we elected them to do. We surrender our political rights to them, and they must work for us because we pay them to do so. And therefore, we will continue to do what we do, and we continue to ask our God, our Creator, to give us the courage, the motivation, and the strength to come here every single day once our Creator permits us to do so. We are human, like Abby said, we don't know it all. But like I posted, we are not here to sugarcoat the news. We are here to give you the raw materials from the newsmakers. You decide what you do with it. We're not here to interpret it for you. We're not here to decode or encode. We are here to share with you what we get from the newsmaker with pictorial evidence. You decide what you want to do with it. Like we said yesterday, evident by the picture you see now on our screen, Mr. Weir is a liar man. He's a main liar in chief, Republic of Liberia. He said CDC COP perpetrators were never and have never been part of the CDC. But you can see the picture, you can decide on your own. These are folks that left COP and joined the CDC officially, and Jefferson Koji, as youth chair of the CDC, embraced them, welcomed them, and they had an elaborate party at the CDC headquarters. And President Weir has the audacity on camera, even though not looking at anybody, to come to us, the people, and the world, and lie to us that these folks are not members of the CDC. You decide what you do with that news. You decide what you do with that. But like other people said, Joseph Walker squandered opportunities. George Weir is currently squandering opportunities. Just so you know, according to Legis, our population house, Liberia at this point is a useful society. What that means, majority of the population are all young people. About 65% young people. That is the number, almost that is the number that voted for George Weir. We thought George Weir would have changed the narrative from bad to better. Regrettably, he is also squandering opportunities, political opportunities. And wherever he sees those folks that squander political opportunity to make Liberia a better place and they didn't do it, and he came on the basis of common sense, not eloquence in speeches, not huge and sophisticated education, but his God-given common sense. He told us he's going to use his God-given common sense by making sound decisions that could better the life of Liberian people. Sadly and regrettably, he is Mr. Liar-Man-in-Chief. He is the most corrupt president that Liberia ever produced. This is the only president that took over the mantle of authority after the oath of office. The congressional people here call the government critocratic. People that come to power not to seek the interests of the majority of the people, but to seek their own interests. So I told folks behind the scene, I said that whole anti-corruption committee or commission or LCC is charade, it's theory. As long as the president is corrupt, he's not going to prosecute anybody who is his friend. How can somebody build 48 condominiums in less than 2 years after taking hold of office? You think that man is serious to fight corruption? Is it because of Article 60, Article 61? The president cannot be touched? Okay, we'll wait for you. When leave power will come after you. And AB, I have the conviction. It might not be today or tomorrow. Liberia going to be better. God first, especially with the help of social media technology today. A judge where can come with a pre-recorded tape and denounce his own. Some private university can even come up and put these perpetrators on disciplinary probation. A foreign embassies accredited near Monrovia can come up and condemn the government for not doing their job. After Joshua took 7 good days to come up with a kangaroo recording to condemn the barbaric behavior melted against students on camera. We are getting there. We might not be there now, and that is our single motivation. We will continue to do what we do. And you know what, George, we are and your cronies, you're not going to stop us from coming to Liberia, and you're not going to succeed silencing, because what? The government that led the country for 135 years did not silence everybody. They could not afford to do it. They are out. Those that came after them, they could not succeed too. They gone. You saw the video just now. The men that came after them, that the people say he came up, I will vote for you. He abused the very people. He's in jail. He's in jail for 99 years. Eddie is sitting out there, her gray hair already, you know what that is. She no longer get the interest of Liberian people. The support that we gave her when she was president. Everything that went to that country, they squander opportunity too. George Weah is currently squandering similar opportunities. Let me make it with program. Similar opportunities. And not only that he's squandering opportunity, but he's going to find himself exactly where the other folks find themselves right now. So, Amy, back to you this morning, just so you know. Let me read the topic before I give it to you, my brother. So our people can know our intention this morning, what we want to do. So this morning, our topic is... I got a lot of stuff here. Okay. Our topic this morning is update from the Liberian National Police on Liberia's 175th Independence Day celebration characterized by brutality against student Christopher Waters, a civilian, and others. What are your thoughts regarding the arrest of 7 CDC COP perpetrators? What are your thoughts? So our plan this morning is we will talk a little bit and we'll give it to you to tell all your suggestion and our international partners, including the U.S. government, so that we can just be here talking. You two talk. Let us talk. We are making progress. All right? I'll be back to you.
You know, my friend and brother, thank you for that brilliant statement. You know, I just feel sorry for the young men and women, the Benny Stopper, the Barry. I just feel sorry for them. I feel sorry for Poker Robber. I feel sorry for this.
I don't feel sorry for them, AB. They need to go to jail.
These young brothers, I feel sorry for them. You saw Josh Mane, we are coming. Then because of the pressure of our talk show and the pressure from the international community, the pressure from the Liberian citizens, that when you come here, that there will be a protest against you. Josh Manawia, when he pre-recorded a video denouncing you, After that, shameless. Men, you guys went to her press conference. But you're in the police, you were talking. As I learned Chanel, she is in Harlem currently. But Benitoba, along with the others, they are in prison currently. And they are waiting for 74 hours, 72 hours, and for them to be tried.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 48 hours for them to be turned over to the court.
48 hours.
Yeah, they seem behind the scenes sedition going to stand their bond.
But where is Jefferson Tamakoji right now?
Because he part denounced his brother then. So he can't find
Where is Jefferson
Tamakoji? We have been talking
Tamakoji?
whether he made it or not, everybody got to stay their course.
Where is Mobake Molu? Mobake Molu, where are you? Mobake Molu came on social media to denounce these guys. You think it was just Josh when we are alone? Mobake Molu, go on Spoon website. Mobake Molu came on social media to denounce you and condemn your attitude. That alone is supposed to be a signal to you.
Allow themselves to be used.
But you allow for yourself. You know, I feel sorry for Barry because he may not even graduate.
Yeah, it be when you finish. I got the university press release here. We're going to read it.
Barry may not easily graduate. He was the president for the same class. He had been revoked of his positions. The position had been taken away from him. Because organisms, we cannot allow that. Do you know that Walter Sisulu cannot even walk? I get that news this morning. I was talking with the SG. The SG told me, Sion comrade, Walter Sisulu cannot even walk. But Walter Sisulu have been taken to an unknown destination. I'm not here to come to tell you where that destination is. I'm not here to come to tell you guys where that destination is. But Walter Sisulu was indebted not with one serene, but with multiples. And the doctor then have confirmed it. If they live with me, let the garden be charged, let it be sent to prison. Maybe before Josh, when he is defeated, before he turn power, or maybe he will go free them.
So we pardon them, maybe. But maybe I'm not putting it on, right? Until we can see the actual prosecution of these folks. For now, just be as a liar, man.
No,
he could be doing something on camera and me something different.
Yeah. I mean, you just talking about that, but I would love to see the charge sheet of those criminals. I would love to see the charge sheet of Ben Vinny Topka. I would love to see the charge sheet of Poker Roberts. I would love to see the charge sheet of Barry. I would like to see the charge sheet that they're talking in the mouth. But this guy, I don't know why. The 14-year civil unrest, civil crisis that we fought into that country. I was thinking that this guy they have learned a lot. But it seems to me that these guys don't deserve. They don't deserve for them to be among us. They need to be behind bars. Read the press statement from the university, and then from there, then we'll go to the phone line. We'll go to the phone line this morning for us to go to we want what you guys think that should be done to this guy. What are your recommendations? What are your recommendations? What do you think that the USA, because you know that the day respected the US, the day respected with the Americans, the day respected us. For the Ghana to go to fight
our embassy,
to go fight at our embassy, that alone, that alone, it is a very respectful act.
Amy,
Yeah.
I said something to someone yesterday. My best friend called me from Liberia and said, "Hey, blah blah blah, I ain't going there." I say, you know, Joe is lucky. George Bush kind of president not in power right now. You remember when Chancellor SOD and Dimo Fossey ran behind Roosevelt Johnson September 18?
Yeah.
And they fire at the entrance of the embassy. And George Bush came out and said, his son never can control Liberia. You know, this morning we're trying to be a little bit moderate because the dust start to settle. Yesterday we fire. This morning will be a little bit moderate, okay? Until we see whatsoever. Look, let me tell you something.
Read that press statement.
Every political situation, there's a different redress. So the way they come, we handle a fire for fire, okay? Just so you know. I said the lucky Joe Biden that open me. And I was talking to Republican president, maybe Donald Trump. They tell anything we talking, say, share whole country. Come on, y'all move on there. You will see the US marry. They're lucky. Yeah. So before I go to that, folks, like we said, we are here to give you the raw material. I'll put this on camera. This is Ben Belief Tokwa Jr. post prior to the incident. You see it for yourself. I don't know whether you can see it go.
Yeah. You need to carry up a little bit. Okay. Yeah.
Is it okay, folks? But I will read it too. I just want you to see that. That is a Facebook post. He said here, under supreme instruction from our supreme leader Jefferson Tambakoji, we carry out attacks against UL students soup this morning. Next time we will use live bullet. Ben Belief Topa. They're not up there though. This is Facebook before the attack. The next time we will use live bullet.
And that man came from Jefferson
Tambakoji. This is a man that said he never participated in the war behind the scene. But we'll get to know later. Yeke Koruba said he did. Yeke Koruba said Joe we are supported model formation. When we settle the war crime code after their government, then we'll see. Everybody will go and make their stuff there. But this morning, I intentionally pull on this black tie to represent dark days of our country.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, we don't get there. But what is happening now, the government is forcing us to get there. But by the grace of God and based on our effort, we will not get there. Let me read the
Barry
press conference from University, AMU University, right?
Yeah.
AME University condemns and distances itself from the July 26 Independence Day violence allegedly involving its students, calls on police to launch a thorough investigation. All right? Let me now go to all that plenty talking because we got to go, but let me just read the top. I'm not going to all of that. The Turkish gangster Abdulrahman Bari, president of AMU Student Council, governing, and also Sunday second graduating class has been disgraced and disrobed.
Oh, okay.
All those pro-regime, thugs and renegades, and renegade Ben Belief Topa, and Fully M. Masakoi, on disciplinary probation. That means say that AMU University, okay? Disciplinary probation. Yesterday we wrote a letter to AMU president Thank you to Reverend Dr. Alvin E. Attar and AMEU for this swift action. We will launch an official petition for them to be expelled. Let's stop it right there. The rest of it now, it's not important. So, folks, you just heard it. So the campaign is gaining more than momentum. And Uncle saying said nothing yet officially beside the embassy. We don't know whether the African summit that seditions are now claiming that they are doing good. The government is so hopeful of, and Judge Weah spoke about it. We don't know yet. But folks ahead of us, they are already talking with Washington. It could be Judge Weah might not even come. We're taking off that list. This is not a special list for Liberia. This has been a consistent list or invitation from the American government to the African leaders to come to Washington, D.C. and sit down and have a conversation about our community. But saying they're taking it, good job. But the key reason is about peace, democracy, and the rule of law. Okay? So a Judge Weah is not doing anything like that in his country. Why he come and say to the people here? You're listening when he went to Guinea to tell the boy that, hey, you need to stop dating here. Dumbuya told you better go back to your country. So, so folks, we want you to call and drop your contribution. We want you to call. You have announced the number. Let me announce it again. Okay. 215-824-8124, 267-938-2801. So give up your call, then we keep it going.
And you know, like Francis have said, you know, for me, and then the reason why I said that I feel sorry for them, because these guys have age in their field. But it seems to be that they are not calculating. These guys, they are not calculating. Instead of you engaging into Luganism behavior, George Weah will pass. All those that have operated against the Student Unification Party. Now take our first caller. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from? You know, so I am confused. I am pretty much confused. Caller, hello? Hello? Okay. So the number to call are 267-938-2801 or 267. Let me take this caller. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah. What is the name and where are you calling out from?
This is James. They're calling from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
James Guy.
Yeah, I want those guys to be charged with attempted murder. And if I were the judge or friend of the judge, I want them to be sentenced to 25 years imprisonment. When they come from there, then the other people will not do it next time.
25 year imprisonment?
Yeah, each of them.
Then they'll be done. Because I get they are in there, some of them 28. The other guy is 38.
When they come from there, they will be for the something.
Yeah.
So it will not be bad.
And what do you advise the U.S. government to do?
To give more sanctions to Liberia, they give it to Russia.
Yeah.
Joey, I will finish.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. The number to call are 267-938-2801. The number to call are 267-938-2801. Or you can better call around 215-824-8124 Or you can call on your WhatsApp on 215-266-6509. The guy said they might get Liberia most of the time they give it to Russia. So
That one, Liberia will die straight because Russia very strong. So they say surviving, but they get that to Liberia, they finish you.
yeah, but
That one will make Liberia go to protest. Oh, Joey, I will go.
yeah, but let's take another caller. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning, AB.
Good morning.
This is Abraham. I'm calling from Norway.
Sarah, can you lower your receiver for us?
All right, I do. Is it okay now?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. I once more want to commend you guys for the work you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Are you getting me?
Yeah, you are live.
All right. I don't want to suggest to the judge what he should do to the guys, but my main point, it has to do with the president's message.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that this president here now have come to realize why he was not able
Mm-hmm.
to be listed among the women that received the Peace Prize. In the beginning, I said this man, they say he has done so much, he disarmed our children and his peace ambassador and what have you. Why he was not able to be part of this peace something here? Why he didn't win the Peace Prize? But now I got to know why. God doesn't make mistake.
Mm-hmm.
A president, a father of a nation, why is this that he was not even able to send a kind of message to the little boy who is lying in the hospital fighting for his life?
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I am hurt. I don't know how we got to this point here.
Oh, okay.
Can you just imagine? Can you just imagine a president, even if you carry the children or carry that boy to heaven to go take treatment, you can't even send at least a message of regret to the parents and to the little boy? This guy is heartless.
I just want to write a rap for you.
Some people were in that seat that he's sitting in, and we know that a day will come that he will no more be able to sit in that seat. Thank you.
Thank you. The number to call at 215-266-6509. That is our WhatsApp number, 215-266-6509. Or you can better call on 215-824-8124. Or you can better call on 267-938-2801. Francis, for me, Liberia, I just continue to say Liberia is a place. Look, when you get down from the airport, that's the time you can know that Liberia is a place. When you get down from the plane to the airport there, when you get down from the plane, that's the time that you can know that you have entered in a different universe. Different place altogether.
Yep.
Because the rule of law, that's a place that you can know that the rule of law is not. Look, 2010, when I came back from, when I arrived, 2010, when I went to Kenya, when I thought I was in Europe, I'm telling you, when I arrived at Jomo Kenyatta Airport, I thought I was in Europe. When I arrived in Singapore, what is Asia country? I thought I was in America. But when I came back at our airport, the first thing first, they put you guys gotta walk. They from the plane to the terminal. Where the plane stop, from there to the terminal, we got to walk. That's the time I get to know that Liberia is a place. You know, when I'm saying that, and then some of you can come to them. Look, the number to call are 215-266.
It's slow.
Oh, okay. The number to call are 267-938-2801. Once more, 267-938-2801. Or you can call on 215-266-6509. That is our WhatsApp number, 215-266-6509. That is our WhatsApp number. And our other phone number is 215-824-8124. You have a caller?
Not yet.
So, you know, that's how I get to know and I get to understand that Liberia is a place.
Maybe just a suggestion. Can we play Mr. Liar Man song, please? So our people can hear this man. Liar Man in Chief. Until we can get a caller.
Which of his son? I mean,
Mr. Liar Man.
You know, so I am confused.
I'm not confused. The people refuse to change. Our leaders. Because they refuse to examine our past. They refuse. So they will do the same thing. But you know what? They will learn it the hard way.
Pastor Charles, how you doing?
Yes, I'm all right, bro. How are you? How are you in Francie?
Yeah, we are doing quite okay. Why?
We are doing fabulous, Pastor. We are good.
Very good. Abraham and Brother Francis, I want to just speak to us this morning about the young children. You know, Bible has clearly said it. It said, children, obey the parents that your day may be longer on the surface of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes we do not understand the longer day. Longer day does not mean, or the shorter day does not mean for you to die. You can die physically, you can die spiritually, you can die internally. And when young people do not have respect for older ones, and they feel that they know everything more than the older ones, Bible has said it. Look, when I look at the kids' ages, your kids, I don't know what their real ages, but if it is their real ages, they do not know nothing about the war. They do not know nothing about what ever took place in Liberia. But today, they can knock their child and say, I am a die-hard citizen. I was born in die-hard citizen. They will insult older mothers. They will insult older fathers. And the Bible says no sin on the surface of the earth will go unpunished. How will I insult my grandfather, the people like Joseph Walker, for a person like George Weah who have no respect for God? How will I insult people like Alexander Cumming for a person like George Weah and his crew who have no respect because they put in few dollars in my pocket? The Bible also says, lack of knowledge, the children, the people will die, and death is not physical death alone. We have spiritual death, internal death, and physical death. Now you see, Jowiah disowning. Jowiah is a guy who is just self-centered and selfish all by himself. And the characteristic of Satan is all about himself. Satan does not care whether you hide, you pee, or you grieving. What happened to you? He does not care because he has no mom, he has no father, he has no brother, he has no sister, he has no relative. Jowiah does not care for his own relative. Where in the world will I Charles Akun, who know my left and right? I will get on Facebook to insult Abraham because he's talking great things about all Liberians to be equal. Just because I do not fear God, I start insulting Abraham and Brother Francis because of George Weah, who have no respect for God. Don't you think God will put curse on me, punishment on me? That is exactly what happened. Brother Francis said to me from the beginning of the show. He said, God will deliver Liberia. And you can see better Liberia. Better Liberia is coming. A Jawia, the devil, Satan, can deny his own people. Because the Bible says, the heart that fought against itself will fall. Whenever you see Satan fighting his own people, that means it's about to fall. The Bible is so real and factual. Every time I look at Liberian situation, I do not look at it politically. I look at it from the spiritual aspect. I compare the situation of Liberia from the days of the Bible. And everything God has spoken within that Bible, none of it is lie. Everything is factual. The part that go against it said the heart will not stand. Whenever you see Satan deny his own follower, that means Satan cannot stand no more. Georgia is about to fall. So Liberian who in America say, me, I'm a born high citizen. I'm a born high citizen. The bread that God puts in you, before you knock yourself, you're born high citizen. You worshiping Georgia more than worshiping God. Because if you worship God, you get the knowledge of God to do right thing. You feel for other people. Look at that child was beaten for no reason. But you see some mothers, some sisters in America, they're enjoying the good security of America, but they say saying they were not even ready to go in the street, that they once called a poor government. It tells you they are lacking God fear. But Abraham, Brother Francis says when you're touching the core, God is about to rescue Liberia, restore Liberia. Whether Abraham loved it, whether Charles Hackle loved it, it's going to happen. Georgia kingdom have fallen. The same way God kicked certain order, his kingdom, Liberian, God going to empower them. They will kick Georgia butt. They will kick a butt, and everyone that will defend, they will go down. The same way Pharaoh, the way King Saul went down, Pharaoh and his army left in the ocean. God is about to take God, Liberian's enemy, into the Dead Sea. Which, you guys are doing great.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're doing great. The word that God gives you when you wake up, the breath He put in you, you're not saying anything against your country. You're talking about the suffering mothers and sisters that have no medication, that have no food. And I will say here because there's food to eat, and now my time of born high division. We will die for Georgia. Stupidness.
Thank you.
Bible says we need the food.
Thank you.
We need the food when the food die before their time. That's exactly what you see happening. So thank you.
Thank you. Francis, you have the caller there?
Not yet.
You can call on 215-824-8124 or 215-824-8124 or 267-938-2801. I have a series of caller here, but Pastor Charles Hackle was on the line. Let me go to one. All right. All right. Our country, Liberia will be redeemed. Okada, what is your name and where are you calling out from?
Yeah, this is Judikia calling from Virginia.
Judikia, how you doing?
I'm fine, really. People say they oppose sanction in Liberia. I don't agree with sanction. The poor people are going to suffer in the country. They're already suffering. Then you can bring more suffering again. The poor die by thousands a day. But the best thing they can do is support a one rest for we are. The same thing they did to Bashar when he empowered Somalia. He couldn't leave and go anywhere because he had one rights from the international court, refusing to go to court. So I think that would be the best thing for Liberia because we are being too frisky, too much. Somebody had to teach you a lesson, and the American government, if I was to ask the American government, that's why I went from them. That they put international warrant of arrest for him, so if he can be traveling all over the place. If he's stuck in Liberia and he starts to see things, then he will understand that he has to do the right thing. But for now, he will be very frisky because he's traveling from country to country and doing anything he wants. So that would be the best solution is to put that international warrant of arrest for him. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, I some way of the other agree with Janitor. You know, it is necessary that Josh Manawia he be put in an international sanction on. Josh Manawia be put in an international sanction on. But keep your call coming on 267-938-2801. Please, I'm trying to reach out to you. Yeah, you can dial the number 215-824-8124 or 267-938-2801. That is the number to call, 215. I will take my time to read it very slowly. I'll take our next caller. Caller, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Hey, Brother AB and Brother Francis, this is Pastor Mo calling from Charlotte, North Carolina.
Pastor Mo, is like you change your number.
No, that other phone, I'm PDP. I'm just about to pay the bill, but your show is interesting, so that's why. But
I thought Pastor Mo was in Minnesota.
Number.
Yeah, Pastor Mo is in Minnesota, but I don't know why he do. Anyway.
If we were trying to find a house in Minnesota, it was difficult. Everybody wanted to sell, so we have to look for a house somewhere else. That's why we left Minnesota, but I love Minnesota.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you to Brother Francis. Me, I call you and Brother Francis militant. So when I see you in your military clothes, I know you're ready to fire, but I see you're wearing militant clothes a few days, but...
No, we cease fire right now, Pastor. We cease fire. We want to see what's up.
But yesterday you cease fire. But anyway, I want to tell you all thank you. And this is what I want to say is that we're going to be in Washington. If George Weah do come, we're going to be in our militant outfit. We'll be in our full military brigade to make sure the hotel he is in, he's not going to get out to go to any meeting. We're going to make sure that the hotel they are in, they will not even get outside to shopping. They will do everything there, and that's just how they're going to leave to go back to Liberia. But for the people in Liberia, I say to you all, if you're enjoying, so be it. If you know the country is harder than before, the moment they take that flight and they say they come back to Liberia, let the military, let the police do what they can do. You'll go to the airport. You'll line up at the airport. I say you'll go welcome you. You'll make sure that our plane don't have time to land. Maybe let me just show our mind back to some lights in Liberia. I think it was in the early 90s. When those warring factions, when we have Chairman 1, Chairman 2, interim government, but then I was still in the
council. I think it was six-man council.
Thank you. And those people were sent, I think, to Gambia or to Ghana for meeting. And they went for the meeting ended in a deadlock. This means that those who went to negotiate, the negotiation broke down. And they were on their way back to Liberia. At that time, we were not using the international airport. We were using Springfield. Maybe, I don't know if Liberians can recall those the citizens of Liberia, they moved at the James Springfield Airport. The SSS tried to stop them. The citizens took the SSS car, they lifted it up and threw it on the side. They landed on our runway, they put all cars on the runway. The planes was not able to land. The plane had to circulate. They took the army soldier, the ECOMOS soldier, to go and negotiate. How did they put those people, or how they got them from the airport? They had to place them into the MOA. The next day, they had to go back for the peace talk to make sure that peace come to Liberia.
Okay.
And I said this, to Liberians. We in America will do what we can do. We will line up to the airport. If George Weah has his talks for them to come, let them come and do what they want to do. But they will meet up with the same resistance of foes, and we will know who is responsible. The next thing, my last word to our Liberian brothers and sisters, freedom is not free. People will get hurt, people will die, people will go to jail, but we have to stand up for freedom. I encourage you all, get to that airport, make sure that your plane does not land. Make sure that we make a decision for our country to move forward. Thank you very much. Have a blessed day.
Thank you, Pastor Mo. You can keep your call coming out on 215-824-8124 or 267-938-2801. That is the number to call. You can better call them for those of you guys who saying that you want to call or you are in England. You can be able to call them on our WhatsApp number on 215-266-6509. Once more, 215-266-6509. You can be able to call on our WhatsApp number if you are out of the United States, whether you're in Europe or anywhere you are. You can be able to call on our WhatsApp number.
Let me just give the announcement quick. Just so you know, our audience and the Liberian people in and outside of Liberia, there is a planned demonstration on August 24th, our flag day. We celebrated August 24th when we were in high school before the school year got changed by government. All right, August 24th, this one is not only soup. We got concerned students, we got other concerned Liberians who feel that the behavior of the government must change, and must change now. There is a planned demonstration scheduled for August 24th, just so you know. Free of violence, we want to tell the international community the behavior of our executive is unbecoming, it is unreasonable, and it is barbaric, and must stop. That is planned. In addition to that, I'm giving it to you free. There is a mass-based spontaneous protest coming out too. We don't know the time yet. When we get the time, we'll give it to you. But this time around, George Weah partisan police not going to be able to do anything. The CDC COP perpetrators will be in jail by that time, so they're not coming there. We will sign out. We express our grievances to our government as ensuring and guaranteeing by 1986 Constitution. Nobody going to scare us. Nobody going to do things to keep us silent. It's not going to work. It didn't work yesterday. It's not going to work today. Joshua is squandering opportunity.
We have our first caller. Caller, what is the name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is Orita calling. I'm calling from Finland.
Orita, how you doing?
I'm okay. Hi, I just wanted to talk about the last person I just called from America. I don't know if it's a pastor or something.
Can you please lower your receiver for us, please?
Yeah. Can you hear me clear now?
Yeah, you are much more better. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm just talking about, because this is my first time to call. Actually, what those people are doing, like this man just talked about America, that they are going to sit there, that the president will not come out if the Liberian also can do the same thing. Because I've been thinking, why the president cannot say anything? People are dying, children are getting raped, and he's just there dancing. As he said that he's a selfish man, I begin to look at it as a true. He's just a selfish man. And on the other side, he feel that people will just talk. He's a rock, like nothing can move him. You know, they made people talk, people are dying, people are crying. All he just do to like make yourself happy and dance out there and do things. So the Liberians, we need to come out and stand. As he said freedom is not free. People will get hurt, people will die. But when we just sit there and keep quiet, children are dying. They are when they rape people, they rape children, and you will not even see the people that do the act. And even when they catch the people that do the act, you will get to know that the person is free. And he's not even saying anything at all. Because we, the Liberian, we are not standing up to do anything. So I think we need to just stand out and fight this fight. Because he's very selfish, as that man said, and he's wicked. He's not a man that even have to think that he's a family man. He's just doing it like, okay, let me just know. 2023, he may not be there. So he just do his own rubbish life and get out and live like, I just put the deck and get out. It's very painful.
You know, look, we have been saying this. We have been saying this not for one time, not for two times. We have been saying this continuously, that this president does not know his job as a president, that the president does not understand the moral operandi of the presidency. But the Liberian people, they are just a decent people. Liberian people will wait for the president to be able to do all that he can do, so that at the end result, the man will be butchered out of power. That's how I see it. And
but now he's not doing anything. It's taking time. They gave you chance to change. If the Liberian people gave you time to change, and they are saying that the change is not going. I watched a guy baby just 6 years. If I'm making mistake, she was raped to death, and they put her in water to say that they lay child and drank in the water. And he's not. People like we are here. We are waiting for him to say something, but he's not saying nothing. The next thing we see us dancing there. I'm sorry to say that we see him dancing there. Nothing he's doing. He's not even bring one piece of paper or let these people, if he catch these people, do this thing. But nothing he's doing. I mean, you wish, man. I mean, how not clear.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, sir. All right. Bye.
Okay. Keep your call coming out on 215-824-8124 or 267-938-2801. Francis, what do you make of that woman's statement?
But the woman is right. The woman is right. Judge Weir feel that he is in a glass ceiling. He can throw stone, but nobody can throw stone there. That's how he feel. But you know what? I don't live with that kind of behavior, because like Pastor Charles Aku said, majority of the people the police arrested yesterday, they are in their late 20s. 1990, we counted from 1990 to today, that's 32 years. They were not born. But again, I was not born too when Tolman led the country. I was not born when Tolman brought about open door policy to attract foreign investment to our country. Okay, I was not born doing J.J. Robert time. Okay, so we are all one way or the other educated because we got common sense. Our parents sent us to school to refine and to build on our common sense. It's not because they are 28 years old, 29 years old, 31 years old or less, so that they refuse to read history and they are in universities. Okay, so their rich leader, I think he is about 38 years old. So if we were to minus 32 years from 1990, he was 4 years old when the war came. Okay, good. So what are they going to school for, especially university education? That is a question. But again, the philosophers say those of us that read political science, not even the philosophers themselves, but the philosopher kings must be their leaders. Philosopher kings must be their leaders. For us in Liberia, we don't even go closer to philosopher people like Alari Tupper. And by the way, we forgot yesterday, AB.
Yeah, we forgot.
On behalf of our platform,
yeah,
I want to say this. Probably sorry. Somebody said it yesterday, but we forgot. We wish you a belated happy birthday, Professor Alari Tupper. And we ask our God to grant you good health and long life to enable you to celebrate many more birthdays to come.
Okay, we have another caller.
We do not even go closer to philosopher, my brother. But we go, we do not even go to.
Yeah, quarter. Okay.
Just few second, AB. We do not even go to the students of philosophers. But we go to a novice. People like George Weah should not even have the opportunity to be closer to the executive mansion. The fact that we did it, especially the young people, our generation did it. Our generation did. This is a man that was sitting there playing Ludo alongside with these very young people.
Hello.
Somebody just posted
from Francis.
Somebody just posted from Spoontor. Let's talk with the caller. After that, I will read the names when they welcome that group of people.
Yeah,
my name is James Turner, and I'm calling from North Carolina. AB, you always call this government toothless bulldog, and you are 100% correct. This government, things have been going on in the past, and they have not been arresting. And right now, they still having this, they're arresting people. So I know you guys are not lawyers, but my question is, since they started arresting people, can the government then go back and arrest Christopher that was beaten for breaking a poor taxi driver car, or the time has passed and they can't go back and arrest him? Because the government is a toothless bulldog. They were not arresting anybody, but now that they started arresting, can they go back and arrest Christopher, the boy who broke that poor taxi driver car? Can they go arrest him and prosecute him for destroying that poor taxi driver property?
Who Christopher are you talking about?
The one they beat up on July 26th.
He's already down, and how they going to arrest him?
So do you have pictures of Christopher, or do you have a video of Christopher vandalizing somebody's car? Do you have a pictures of that?
Oh no, he was in a group. He was clearly in the sub group. It was last year. He was clearly in the group. Everybody saw he was in the group. In fact, there's a video parody on social media where he was clearly in the group and his face was showing.
Yeah, but that one, the police said people have to complain. The police said people have to complain. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
No, I say you're right. I agree with you.
You know, the police said that people have to complain. So if anybody complain, then I strongly suggest that he should be called for questioning after he.
Oh no, I agree with you, Chris. Oh, okay, I got it. So you are saying that if that taxi driver can come back and complain, then they should arrest him after he comes from the hospital. Yeah. Okay, I understand. Yeah, okay, yeah. All right, thank you. All right, thank you, AB. All right, bye.
You can draw on.
We just got a breaking news, AB. We just got a breaking news.
Okay, go ahead.
Women in Maryland, they are sitting and they're asking for God intervention. God, capital G-O-D. They're not calling on the government. They're not calling on the police. For God intervention to address the mysterious killing of people, women and children, and missing in action. Right now in Maryland County, in Liberia. That's a breaking news. I just wanted to give that.
Yeah.
Get that call up.
No, that was not a call.
Okay.
Go ahead. You were saying something.
So, according to Spoon Talk, let me quote them. The CDC COP joined the CDC officially September 17, 2020, when they were suspended by COP, Council of Patriot Executive Committee. And let me call the names of folks that crossed over and CDC jubilated them. Ben Belief Topa Youth Chairman, Joshua F.K. Vice Chair for Mobilization, Fode M. Masakoi, Secretary General, Puka Rabo, Public Relations Officer, Kendurak Panel, Vice Chair for Administration, Henry Tabla, Member, Robertson Mobile, Member. These were the folks that crossed over on September 17, 2020, excuse me. So we continue to give you evidence, pictorial evidence of Mr. Liar Man in Chief, George Weah. He's a liar man. Okay. These folks, John CDC, they welcome them, they buried them, the same way they buried Councillor Pato in Foya by Thomas Fowler.
Hello. Yeah, Koro, go ahead.
Yes, Eddie, my name is the Gospel Speech Woman. I'm calling from the Big Apple.
Koro, that calling from 2338. You hold on. Koro, that calling from the WhatsApp number.
Something that's too strong for us.
Koro, that calling us from the WhatsApp number. You go ahead.
Hello, my name is Terry. My name is Terry Mbudu, calling from Tunisia. President.
Is it you? Is it? No, we cannot take you. Koro, go ahead.
Yeah, Eddie, my name is Sebastian Slomo, and I'm calling from New York. One guy just left, and he just, got off the phone with you guys, and the guy was saying that you say you agree with the guy that takes with our complaint and he should arrest Christopher. But no one has complained about Christopher. Christopher has not complained. Why are they arresting other people?
But Christopher are not complaining because they there is two types of crimes.
Mm-hmm.
There are crime committed against the state.
Mm-hmm.
And there is crime. No, I'm coming. I'm not lost lane. No, let us lane. There is crime that committed against the state. So Christopher, and according to the guy, Christopher was among the group. Which are the group?
The SU group. But what I'm trying to say,
no. SUP group. So you're saying that they were part of sub group. So if they were part of sub group and they left the university campus to go outside, to go to demonstrate, then the police should take the course. But the police is not taking course. Do you imagine the president have to speak before the police could go to arrest? That's tell you how our police are.
No, Eddie, I understand you, but I'm not talking about that aspect. I'm talking about the aspect where you said the taxi driver must complain first before they go and arrest him.
But that's a word that the police said. That not me saying it. The police said.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Eddie, no one has. Chris has not complained. Then why are you arresting people?
But because of the crime that was committed, it was committed against the state.
Yeah, but when you bring somebody that crime against the state too.
No, that's not against the state.
Let me have. Thanks for having me.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Okay. Bye. Pastor Chasako, go ahead.
Oh, thank you, Abraham. That was a lot of patience you have with the last caller. And I sat here and thinking like, are we Liberians who are creatures of God really have conscience? Because if you have conscience in you and you fear God, and if your father and a person that have feeling for people, let's assume that what the brother just said, or the brother who lying down waiting for life, for God's grace to give him life, let's assume he did something. And that child who is lying down in bed was the caller who had just called. His son who had done what he said, the person lying down in bed waiting for life had done it. I could be imagine if it was his son, could he come with the conscience of God, without fear of God on the radio station, on the talk show, to ask questions, will they go arrest his son? Why his son, he crying, the mother crying as well, to say, can they go arrest his son because his son did something? You see, let me be real here. We had a problem on hands. The problem we have on hands is we the born and die-hard sedition, so we are worshiper. Satan worshiper, we get a big problem in Liberia, patriotic and God-fearing in Liberia. That we cannot consult the people and you can't speak to them. You see, Satan, he does not love so well, Abraham, he will be here to you. When he's speaking to us sedition, do not compromise with the word of God. Because it was the word of God that made Jesus Christ to speak to the word of the maker of Satan. He said, you demon, get away from me. Man does not live on bread alone. And he fled. He tested Jesus. It was the same devil that wanted to test the creator in heaven. And the Bible said, well, violent took it by force. God took the angels in heaven to kick him out. When you're dealing with us, born in that house sedition, worship of Satan, or Jehovah, do not compromise. See, they're foolish. The Bible says those who have no fear for God, they are foolish. They are lacking the fear of God, so they're foolish. Only the fool says there's no God. And the fool, everything in the fool eye is a little wide. Look at the foolish person, they brother their eyes. Okay. Let's put it in his shoes. It's that his son that was game beaten and almost killed, injected, and his son was crazy for on the bed. Will that fool who had no fear for God come on the air to ask the question? That is it. So we had a problem.
Okay.
We don't fear God, my brother.
Thank you.
That is the problem we have. Spiritual problem. We lacking the fear of God. We can go to church, we can go to the mosque, but we don't have the fear of God. So we get no feeling for our fellow Liberians. In our mind, the way Jovian get feeling for nobody. Everybody that watches Jovian, that class of Jovian, they get feeling for no Liberian.
Thank you.
Thank you, Papa.
Pastor Mo, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Ebi, thank you. I just want to contribute to the question our brother asked in studio, which was not in place. Means serving as a law enforcement officer for most of my life, or all of my lifetime in Liberia, and coming to the U.S., serving also in a few. You see, we agree that crime that is committed, there must be a complainant, that we agree. But this is one thing I want him to understand. In the presence of a law enforcement officer that is there to prevent any level of violence, and in their presence, if it is committed, they are there to apprehend the perpetrator and not to wait for people to come and make a complaint. So from the day of the incident, people should be apprehended. And the work of the officer is to locate the victim and protect the victim. When the victim becomes conscious, then you ask the victim for his identity. Why? Because there are video footage. So the only thing the law enforcement or the justice ministry need is the victim's identity, the victim's particular or the victim's information to be able to prosecute these people. Because with this victim and the other victim, one victim is in the hospital and the rest of them are wounded. That's enough evidence. You don't need them to come. You have footage that you can present, and they can be in jail, they can be incarcerated until this man is well for them to go through the case. So why am I saying this? The government have the prosecuting power. The government have the arresting power. But they decide not to do it. Why? Because they send them to do what they are doing. But let me just read something in the Bible for many of us in Liberia to understand. That is why Liberia is going the way it is going. That is why there is a lot of raping in the nation, no arrest. That is why there is a lot of killing in the nation. Nobody being arrested. Okay. Nobody being prosecuted. Okay. Let me just read this passage from the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, and I'm reading from verse 13 and 14. I have the King James. Brother Francis, if you have the Bible there, can you please open it for me, because I saw you were you trying to switch to look for something. If you have it there, Brother Francis, if you have the
the Bible there.
That
Because
man
I
does
don't
not
want.
have Bible. That man does not have Bible.
No, it don't say that.
Okay,
I got Bible
okay,
on my phone,
let me
but I
read
can't
it.
go there right now. I got to run, Pastor. Another time we'll do it. I got
Okay,
Bible on my phone. I'm trying to be educated.
okay,
Yeah, I'm trying to be ahead of the game.
let
I have it here, but I can't go there now.
okay,
Yeah,
let
go
me
ahead.
read for the general public and ourselves what the Bible says in the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13 and 14. He says, let us hear the conclusions of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandment. For this is the whole duty of man. 14. For God shall bring every work into judgment and every secret things, whether it is good or whether it is evil. So what is happening in our nation today? We looking at evil and we calling it good. And we're taking evil for good. And we're taking good for evil. That is why today those warlords are not being prosecuted. That is why today the president we have in the nation, he's still dancing buka with a 6-year-old baby, was molested, was raped, and thrown into the well to organize for death. Who has been arrested? No one. Have you spoken about it? No one. The first person that was killed under George Weah Watch when he took office was a journalist they called Terry Brown.
Okay.
That was the first person, the first victim. George Weah never spoke. They killed that young boy and they stripped him naked in the street and put his face down. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Folks, that how we'll let to come to the very end. Francis, you can go ahead to make your advertisements, and so we can be able to just call it a day.
All right, folks. Again, Kangoma Multi-Services Consulting Immigration Services. We are helping family members, our community members, excuse me. If you want to file for your loved one, it could be mom, it could be husband, it could be wife if you are married, it could be children, it could be parents, whatever that is. In addition to that, we are also helping with no contested divorce, no wahala inside, a wahala inside we can help. And life insurance as well. DED is ready. If you came to the United States before May 20, 2017, you overstay your visa, call our phone numbers. Our WhatsApp number is 267-648-8012, 267-648-8012. The other number is 701-330-4693. 701-330-4693. I want to be very slow so you can get it. Besides that, you can go on our page. The name of the agency is right there. The 2 telephone numbers are there. You can call me on either one. I just want to make sure the 701 is now on WhatsApp. The 267 is on WhatsApp. So you can use it for regular call. You can use it for WhatsApp. Okay, that is that. In addition to the commercial, the business aspect of it, political businessman, this conversation we're having, so Liberia is going to change. And we are there now, almost. This country has been existing for 175 years. We have not enjoyed multi-party democracy for even 75 years yet. So if you minus 135 from 175, then you know what's up. Okay? It was a one all-party system or country. One group of people bring president and they take out and put another one there. We graduated from that. From the first republic to the second republic. Okay? This is the first time that indigenous got elected democratically at the ballot box, Joshua. Don't argue with me about Simon Kayando, okay? He took it at the ballots of the gun. That's a fact. All we want to say to you is thank you for joining us and continue to come. Let us continue with this conversation. Whether you like us or you not like us, all of us, we are Liberians. And that country is not owned by one person. And we're not going to create the space for that anyway. Those leaders that misbehave, they know where they are. If Joshua misbehave, he's going to go to the same spot. That's a fact. So without much ado, I want to say thank you and thank you plenty for coming. AB, Thank you for those wonderful clips. We could not play
In my own country, they trying to track me down. For what? I don't know. Oh, Mr. Liar Man.
You will get a know.
You know, I didn't do the thing you say I do.
You will know yourself.
You will know the thing you say I do. You will get to know.
Folks, I would like to come to the very end of the Maneso Nabraka Talk Show. And thank you for tuning in. Be our guest for tomorrow morning. We'll be here same time, same place. Bye-bye for now.
Oh, Mr. Liar Man. Joe Rastafari.